Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding undercover.
Hey everyone, and welcome to it. Welcome to today's video where we're going to be going over how to keep up with your goals and make all your dreams come true, basically. Also, I know it's already February. It might be a little bit late to be doing this, but I know some of you probably set goals and resolutions on January 1st. Maybe you need a little checkup to see on how those are going or some tips to help you fulfill those goals. So we're gonna go over that today, and I'm gonna start out with telling you guys my personal goals and resolutions. So I have them all written down here. So my first goal for this year is to read 1 to 2 books per month, and this is actually super easy with Book of the Month. This video is actually sponsored by Book of the Month, and it is basically a super popular and fast-growing online service for book readers. Basically, their team searches through hundreds of books and creates a curated selection for us to choose from. So it kind of takes all of the researching out of finding a new book to read. And then you select yours, and it comes in the mail. Here are mine for the month of February. You've got great taste. I selected Georgie All Along, and then the Writing Retreat. So very excited to get to reading these. It even comes with a little bookmark. Book of the month is risk-free. You can skip any month, anytime, and you will not be charged. Plus, they have the best price for new release hardcover fiction books. You can get your first book for just $9.99 with code WARMUP. I used to be a huge reader in like middle school and high school, but then getting into college, I didn't have much time for reading. Now I have all the time in the world, and I'm so excited to get into reading again, and this is definitely gonna help me out with books coming to me all the time. The selections were so good, I had a hard time choosing just 2. So if you're interested, you can head to bookofthemonth.com to check out their other picks, and then use code WARMUP to get your first book for $9.99. The next goal that I have for myself is that 2023 will be the year of travel. So we're attempting, keyword attempting, to travel a trip once a month. I'm very excited about this. I love traveling, so I feel like this would be fun. I started to like plan out each month as well. After that one, I have do an office makeover and redo my office because it was pretty bad, and I actually just completed this goal the first month of January. It was like I dedicated the first month to was doing the office, so if you want to go watch my video on that, definitely go check it out. I'm very proud of this video, so I love it. And if you can see the background of this, it's the first time filming with the new office, so I'm so happy about that. Next I have this one, and it says the year of saving and investing. So I wrote building luxury, financial independence. This year I will make the most money that I ever have before, and then just a bunch of fun money things. I have a goal that kind of ties under this one, and it's invest $50,000 total if I can, so we'll see. And then those are the goals that I made like the big pages, like inspiration pages about, because those are kind of like the bigger goals that I really wanted to make like a little mood board for. And then here are all of my other ones. Next I have get a new ear piercing, DoorDash only 2 times a week. We're really bad at that. Declutter my closet and build an intentional closet, so making sure I only buy pieces that I love and I know I will wear multiple times. Cook more, order less. That kind of goes with the DoorDash thing. We're really bad at not just like buying a bunch of food, like carry out, so trying to learn how to cook. Figure out a living situation and figure out a career path. We're kind of in like a little gap semester where we don't really know what we're doing. We're just kind of taking it day by day, so this year we obviously really need to figure out what we're gonna do with our lives. Return all packages. I would like to actually return the packages that I don't want. I often forget, and then it's too late to return it, or I am too lazy to figure out how to print out the return label and all that stuff, so I really want to make sure I actually return my packages this year. Next, be better at linking things. So as an influencer, being better at linking things that you guys ask me about, because I always forget, if I'm being honest. So definitely want to get back onto that and be better at that. Keep up with logging my tax expenses. I am so bad at doing this, and I would really like to keep up with doing it at least each month, like being on track of it. If I'm being honest, I didn't log a single thing yet for the year of 2022. That's overwhelming me at the moment. So I have to like search through all of my records and receipts and everything to figure out what counts as an expense and everything, and it's just not gonna be very fun. So this year I would like to keep up with it. It's February, and I'm also haven't logged anything for January of this year, so we need to work on that goal. And then just some like numerical goals that I have. I would like, I think it'd be cool to reach 300K on TikTok and then 500K subscribers on YouTube. Those are very big, hefty goals, but I have seen like crazy progress like that in the past with my growth, so you never know. Growth comes in waves, so we're gonna aim for that for 2023. And those are my personal goals for 2023. I'm very interested in your guys' goals, so write 1 or 2 that you're specifically specifically aiming for 2023 down in the comments because I am curious. Now we're going to talk about how we can help you guys actually reach your goals this year. So first, we're going to start with you need somewhere to kind of do a brain dump. So whether it's a notebook on GoodNotes like your iPad like I just showed you, a page on Notion. I've seen some people use champagne bottles, but basically you're just going to write out all of your goals on wherever you choose. So I wrote mine out on like a digital planner on GoodNotes. I just kind of dumped all of the goals that I am trying to reach this year. When I mentioned champagne bottles, I mean I've seen some people like write their big goals like buy a house, have a wedding, buy a puppy, like on champagne bottles, and then they pop those once they reach the goal. So if you want to do that, you can. But basically you just need somewhere that you can write the goals out, even if it's a notes list in your iPhone notes, so that you can kind of get your brain together and just see these goals down on paper. Alright, so once you have brain dumped all of your goals, next we're going to make a Pinterest board, and you're just gonna make that full of things that inspire you, any inspiring quotes, certain things that have to do with whatever said goals that you've created. I have one and I basically just look at it whenever I need some motivation and inspiration. So it'll be just like a board on your Pinterest account that you can look at whenever you want, but then we can also use these photos to make a collage, and this is one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the year. So you're going to make a vision board, and my favorite way to do this is with Canva. It's an app and it's also a website, so use that. Start out with looking up the screen resolution size of whatever device you're wanting. So if you want it to be your iPhone wallpaper, just look up iPhone wallpaper screen resolution size, and then you're going to take those measurements and put it into Canva, and then you're going to create a little collage. So I just have two tabs open. I have a Canva tab and a Pinterest tab open, and then I will copy and paste those photos off of that Pinterest board and paste it onto the Canva workspace that we created, and just make a collage and keep messing around with it until it looks how you want. And you'll save it, and there you have it. You can use that as your iPhone wallpaper. You can make one to fit your iPad, you can make one to fit your iMac, your laptop, screensaver, all up to you. This is just one of my favorite things because every time you get on your phone, you're reminded of your goals and you're inspired to just keep going. Alright, so once you've done that, we are going to organize our actual goals a little bit to just kind of help us picture what we're aiming for. So go back to whatever you were writing your goals out on and decide on a way that you want to divide the goals up. So you can divide it into halves, quarters, or even each month of the year. I think this time I'm going to do quarters of the year, but then at the beginning of each month I also make tinier ones. Like on the first of each month I go in on a separate notebook and I write mini goals for the month, so those can also fall into that as well. But for now I'm going to make quarterly goals, and I know you're super excited, you're probably feeling very inspired right now and you want to just do them all within the first quarter or the first half of the year, but sometimes that's just not possible, and you really don't want to get overwhelmed, because sometimes I noticed if I try to do so many things at once I kind of just like freeze up, get overwhelmed, and then like literally just stop because I don't know what to do with myself. So again, just make sure you split them up into good categories. So I'm gonna split mine up right now. Okay, so while I am splitting them up into each quarter, I also made a category for routine goals, which would be like drinking more water, stuff like that. So those are like not things that I would do a certain quarter because I want to do it all the time. And then I also made a category for numerical goals as well. So if you want to do that too, that can help out. Okay, so I just divided all of mine into sections to kind of make it feel like it's a little bit more achievable to knock out things one at a time. So now from here, like I said, I personally like to start with something small that I can get out of the way to make myself feel accomplished and motivated just to keep going with my other goals. So one of my small goals was to get more ear piercings, so I went ahead and just booked an appointment for tonight. So easy thing to just get out of the way and cross off of my goal list. And then now what you're going to do is you're going to take your goals for the upcoming quarter or section that you chose and break those down into smaller chunks. So this quarter I want to start working out, so what I'm going to do is kind of make a little list of things that I feel like I need to do before I start that, and so I'm going to list those under that goal. is to set a reminder on your phone that will go off on the first day of the next quarter or month or half of the year, whatever like section you chose. It reminds you to look at your upcoming goals and also track the progress of your goals that you had for the past little time block that you had. So for me, this will be April 1st. That is the beginning of the next quarter. Go to my reminders app and click new reminder, and we'll type in check in on goals. And then to set like a day that goes off, you'll click the little I and click on date. Going to find April 1st, and then that's it. You'll just click done. Now it's going to remind me to do it. I really hope this video helped you find out some new goals that you guys could set for this new year. I hope that I was able to inspire you to keep hitting the ground running with your 2023 goals. Don't lose your New Year's momentum. And yeah, I believe in you guys. We can do this. It's gonna be a great year. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.